The views or opinions expressed on this show are solely their own and do not necessarily represent the views or opinions of Zonse Live.
Good morning, afternoon, evening, and night, whatever time you're tuning in. My name is David Page, and this is Something Radio. And as always, my co-host, Ty Frequency. Yeah, special guest in the building
Special
today.
guest in the house.
Yeah, man. Very hard-working man of Zaluso Arts.
Yeah.
Exec/artist, Mac Ndalama. How you doing, bro?
Thank you. Thanks for having me, and you're welcome.
What?
No, I figured that, I'll have to thank you for having me on the show. And then I'll have to say at the end that you're welcome for me hosting the show at the hub. So,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Let's just get that out of the way.
The exec way.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, correct. Since we have the exec in the building,
Blaze it up.
under the weather, had to come up.
Looking nice.
Bosses, man. Yeah, but hey, welcome to the show.
Welcome to episode 5 of Something Radio.
No, what? 5, yeah?
Yeah, episode 5. And Paige had a special, don't want to call it a request, but he had a mission. Apparently he said it was a mission. It was a mission.
Serious,
it was very serious. Mandem said,
Who was it?
Mandem said he would introduce us to his new girl in episode 5. So
right.
I don't want to waste your time. I just want to give the floor
Let's
to
get
Paige,
it.
and
I was not ready. I was not ready for this.
Yeah, I wasn't ready, bro. Like,
But I mean, she's there, but I can't
disclose.
I can't disclose.
her
I can't put it out
information
too soon, man. Too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay,
you guys
makes
are not
sense.
posting each other yet?
Posting?
Yeah.
Are we going to ever get to that? I mean, I said,
Why not, man? What's-
the thing
that's
with the
the
posting is
best
like umakala ningini yodi ukalagwisa ngini that's when you post it like babe,
To
I'm
apologize.
sorry, and then you post it. But if you post it every other Wednesday, then what are you gonna do?
The apologies won't feel special anymore, hey?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. But like I've met two different types of guys. Guys who say who barely post any girl, and they give not the excuse. They give their reasons, and their reasons are they're good reasons. And then there's guys who post their girls all the time, and they give the reasons as well. What I just want to find out what type of guy are you?
Let's ask Mag first of all.
What type of guy are you?
I just think that you can't post someone every day as if they're a missing person.
Maybe you are missing this person.
Nah, but
Right?
they're not, it's not an official police missing person case where you have to, keep
Make sure you
posting.
find
Make sure
Yeah,
you keep posting.
Just calm down, guys.
Yeah. Once a month.
Most times you're just, I don't know, man. Most times you're just showing other
them-
people.
Just special
like,
days,
No,
anniversary,
wait,
birthday.
bro, wait, hold up. You got that thing wrong. There's two types of guys.
Yeah.
Ones that post the WCWs and ones that ask to be posted. WCWs. You never post me. That's how they rate girls, like,
Yeah, straight.
does this girl really like me?
Yeah.
But like, how many times they post them? How often do you get posted?
You guys get posted?
Is that still a thing? I just last time I was posted, I think it was my sister. Man.
Oh,
but
damn.
yeah,
It was probably like my birthday, man.
yeah, man.
Bro, your birthday is next week.
Yeah, but I was like,
A year ago.
a year ago, bro. Imagine,
Oh,
man.
days.
That's hectic, man. But like,
Crazy.
I'd like to think that you knew about the lockdown. That's why you predicted that you might get a girlfriend. Before.
What's the relation?
No, I don't know. I think you knew that you couldn't manage to be in the lockdown without getting locked down.
Oh.
Nice wordplay.
Oh,
bro.
Thank you.
All right.
Is that
It
written
sounded
somewhere?
It sounded very intentional,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I think
did
you
it.
knew what you were doing, and
Always.
congratulations on behalf of the Something Radio crew.
Cheers, man.
Congratulations, then
Oh, my
whoever
days.
you are.
I say it's quite cheap. No, guys. I failed. I'll admit it. I failed, guys. I didn't get it, dog. I didn't get it.
So is this the new chapter in the Page's book of relationships? Is that who she is? Like,
Oh my days. Oh my days. Yeah, but yo, man, lockdown. It's for real though, eh?
Yeah, man.
Finally, the government
It's real.
has announced the lockdown. Are you prepared? Are you guys ready?
Man, I'm not ready. Financially, I'm not ready. I just wanted to put that out there. Financially, I'm not ready. It's my birthday next week, and it's his birthday next week as well.
Yeah, man, thanks for reminding me.
I'm sorry, man. Someone reminded me today, and I was like, thanks, man. But I'm really bummed out. I swear, I didn't.
Zoom birthday party, you know?
That's actually a great idea.
Yeah, man, let's do it.
Are you sending me the data to come to your
Dude,
party?
it's my birthday. The least you can do.
You send me the data.
Send me the data to be on the Zoom party.
IG Live, let's party there.
We just send bottles around because I think delivery services are still on.
Still functional.
Yeah. So just send Kamba, send Sobo, send whatever, and just because this is
The right
social
way.
life, so we have to keep it Kamba and Sobo. But yeah,
Kamba and Sobo.
so send the Kamba, send the Sobo. Let's get on the live chat and let's do this.
Yeah, man.
man.
But are you prepared for the lockdown?
I don't know how you can prepare for it. Like, I think I've been locked down like for ages.
Yeah, we know.
Okay, so yeah.
Lockdown.
Not like that, but I just I think that it depends where where you are, what you need. I saw a lot of people complaining about the lockdown coming in mid-month, which is a problem because most people are employed.
Yeah.
So
Man, that's hectic. That's hectic.
But okay, how do you're not employed, you're self-employed, so how does this affect you? Does it affect you since it's mid-month?
Personally, I think it gives me some time to do some things that I always wanted to do, learn some new skills. But on the financial side, it puts a pause button on a lot of jobs that were supposed to be done outside of the space. And it's just, I don't know what I was gonna say, but yeah.
Do you see things getting back to normal? Do you think we're gonna get back to normal life?
Or is it gonna be extended?
Yeah, I mean the time period itself. Do you think after 3 weeks we're back to normal? Or do you think it's gonna be extended? And even if it's extended, do you see things getting back to normal? And how does this affect you as an entrepreneur and as an artist as well?
Well, first of all, I think the way it affects me, let me start with that. We have to be responsible. So even though I'm I'm an entrepreneur or whatever, I'm an artist, I need to travel, I need to do a few things, but I have to be alive to be able to do those things. So I need to be responsible. I have to keep the people around me alive as well. If I go somewhere, pick it up, I'm infecting everyone I live with. That's one thing. Financially, it's a big blow because we don't get paid at the end of the month. But there are some opportunities that have been coming up in terms of putting out messaging artistically for the COVID-19 situation. What was the other thing?
Do you think we're going to recover and life is going to get back to normal, or it's one of the movie stories?
But in the movies, things get back to normal.
In the movies, they don't.
They do.
No, they don't.
Most of them.
No.
It depends which movies. But to answer your question, I think that we might recover from the situation because I think that we have gone into a lockdown before getting a lot of cases. So if people are actually responsible enough to stick to staying at home and stuff like that, maybe we might recover faster. All the countries that got really affected are now getting a little bit better. So we can only be hopeful that they actually implement what they said would happen or they want.
Let's imagine a scenario where things get worse, which God forbid. But if things get worse, do you think it's going to put us a couple of steps behind as a country?
Since we started the issue late.
So. Do you think it might affect certain aspects of certain
even
dynamics of like the economy and just how we live as a people?
I think globally there's just gonna be a bunch of like problems. And even the way you asked the question in the first place said if like life is just gonna go back to normal, I think that's impossible because even when they tell us that, okay, it's done, go back to work or whatever, you still want to kind of chill out. You want to throw parties with like 500 people. You'd rather have the limited 150 because you still want to.
We have gotten used to that. As well.
You'd have gotten used to it, and maybe you're just not sure if there's still some cases left.
Yeah. So basically, everyone who calls themselves a people person has regressed to being like an introvert because.
They could find other ways to talk to people, like something radio.
Yeah, man.
So other platforms, facts. Like go on IG Live, talk to people. You don't have to meet someone and handshake and touch each other's faces and kiss on the cheeks like Italians.
Hey man, only makes sense. The Italians always get together with each other.
I think that's done now. Their tradition is like
it's gone. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, but I've realized that you've upped your IG Live game over the past few weeks.
It's about to get crazy.
You've introduced your own mini quarantine.
Wait till I get that ring light.
It's over after that.
It's over. But I mean, I didn't need the ring light against you when we had the when I added. Did you see it?
Yeah, I did. I need to check that out.
In my defense,
I haven't even said what it was. I'm already defending yourself.
My defense, there was a blackout at my house. So
were you the blackout?
My question.
I think that's very racist of you guys.
It's colorist.
It is. I don't know why Paige is laughing, but
hey, bro, hey, man, hey, look at me, hey.
Apparently Paige is 15%,
bro,
mixed race.
Oh, this Joe, you were telling it, and it was Mac. Who's 10%? Now you're changing it to me, bro. Oh my days.
Anyway, there's no winning here, man.
Anyway, man, Moving on to a more lighter topic.
Yeah.
This thing
so TJ can answer to that topic.
Whoa, bro.
My bad. No, I'm sorry.
Respect the chocolate. Respect the chocolate.
Wow. Nice comeback.
Yeah, go on.
Since you're having a cup of hot chocolate.
Yeah, man. Moving on. You're
what's
about
the lighter
to
topic?
What's
the lighter topic? You guys are artists, right? You define as artists, right?
Retired artists.
Yeah, we're both retired.
So wait, did you guys start from like struggling artists to then what happened to get to retirement?
I'm gonna speak for myself. Yeah. I think I didn't get over the struggling artist part. So I decided to just give it a switch and retire and just
quit.
Become a.
So you're a quitter, huh?
No.
So you can't buy that new Conquer shit.
I'm not. I actually quit.
And you quit.
But I think he's being a little modest because this guy made it. There was a time he was showcasing everywhere in like colleges. I was a youngin'. I was a student at Chanko.
Wow.
And they're like, no.
How old is this guy?
I have no idea, bro. But all I can say
I made it at a young age because I was literally like,
Yeah, I was a young in there, and then they're like,
for the older crowd.
Wow. But yeah, they're like, there's these, designers coming through the showcase. It's a homegrown, and then I saw this guy. I was like, all right, these guys have made it.
Yeah.
They're here at Chanko. We're in the entertainment committee. We're paying them money to be here, so they've made it.
They have.
Chanko is one of the biggest stages, and
in terms of colleges.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that's your definition of making it in Malawi.
As an artist. What is?
Performing at Chanko?
Yeah, because you kind of.
I mean, they have a population of like 5,000-6,000 students. So I feel like if you're pushing such numbers, that's something to put to your catalog. Making it, I think you have to make it internationally to make it. That's just what I think.
So even if you're not okay, so making it internationally is making it for you, being known in different nationalities.
Yeah, I think the world is becoming a lot smaller. The internet is there. There's it's globalization, everything. So for you to just make it and say I made it in Tandy or I made it in Area 47, it doesn't make any sense to me. I think you have to make it to the wider audience, because that's what it is. We're building new audiences every single day. Yeah.
What is your definition of making it?
My definition of making it. I also feel like making it outside where you're from is the biggest,
Is making it.
Is making it, because I feel it's more than popularity, but I just feel like if you're recognized at a platform that is not normal for you, is making it. So literally just growing outside of your comfort zone. I feel like that's what making it is, because everyone has a definition of that. There's a person coming from the ghetto, and if they make it outside of that space, that's if that's the dream that they had for themselves and they did that, then that's making it for them. So I feel like everyone has a different definition of making it. We can't literally point out and say.
I totally agree, because now with with the whole corona situation, you're saying that the people that are working like 9 to 5s or maybe even working in the government, they're covered by maybe some expenses, or they're still getting a salary. But you as an artist, have you made enough to save you, or to like get you through this rainy period?
So making it for you is monetary.
No, not monetary, but like I think it's about having personal goals. In 1 year that because I feel like it's very unfair to say, even in college, you have to spend 4 years in college. Secondary school, you have to spend 4 years in secondary school. Primary school is like 8 years. So we're patient enough with school to say, okay, I'm going to give this thing 4 years. So 5 years. Some even get weeded and then have to restart all over. But at the end of it, you celebrate graduating. I've made it. I've made it through college.
Mama, I made it.
Mama, I made it, I've been made into a meme. I feel like I made it. So.
By the way, he
shut up. I'm saying, don't distract me.
But I mean, if that's your personal goal, then that's fine.
To get memed.
Yeah.
Bro.
That's why he said that it's up to you when you set your personal goals.
Yeah, but if
you achieve that.
Because I saw something where Kalani was releasing new music or something, and someone was asking her that what does the situation do to your numbers, your streaming numbers? Are you nervous because the rollout won't be the same? And she's like, you know what? Today, the day that you're asking me these questions, my mom has quit her job forever, off of my career, and that was my goal. And right now I've already made it.
Made it.
So it's personal, man. Like,
true. I think success is
subjective.
That's the word. Success is subjective. Right on. All right. Anyway, moving on to music news and new music. Daredevils are finally dropping a album. They're in the studio working on an album for the first time.
Exciting.
What?
Yeah.
But do you think what is personally?
Who's your favorite Daredevil?
GD, of course.
Who's your favorite Daredevil?
Were they more than just the two of them at a point? When does Ajna
BY?
BY. So
the group.
Yeah, man. That was
including them. Who's your favorite?
I'll get back to you on that one.
Okay.
What?
Yeah. Okay, and it's crazy that you gotta think about it.
Yeah, man.
Bro, they all have their different aspects. Where I like GD for his musical brain. The singing, the rapping, the lyrics. But then you can't give Marcus he does like the comedic type of stuff, and
he does most of the producing as well.
Right.
From what I know.
Oh, and that's great.
The beats and everything.
For a part of Jane, apparently.
What?
What? Hey, I just heard something.
What?
Anyway, the Daredevils are releasing album in 2020. Yeah. That's some exciting news. I feel like it's been a very long time coming.
Very exciting. What are they dropping it under though? Like what?
I think as far as I know, they're signed under Ghetto God Entertainment, which is Phyzix. But the executive producer is Phyzix, and I don't know what's what. But
yeah, man, I feel like you can anyone can make anyone an executive producer.
Yeah. No, but you know what? What's funny for me, the whole situation is Daredevils.
Okay, yeah, go on.
For me, the Daredevils. We left already. So
yeah. Your goal has been accomplished.
Okay, so the Daredevils, personally, they made Phyzix. They made
What?
the Daredevils.
Yeah.
That's a big statement.
No,
Made
for real.
made Fredo Kiss.
Yeah, even Jolly Bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These guys were behind all the music that made these guys. Most of the music they produced for Jolly Bro, and from Jolly Bro came Phyzix, and even Phyzix. Most of his records have been produced by the Daredevils.
Yeah.
So producers make the artist.
Sometimes.
What is an artist gonna do without a producer?
Sometimes.
What is a producer gonna do without an artist?
He's gonna make
It's
beats.
one,
And
yeah,
he can put
but
out a
it's-
beat tape.
are you listening to beat tapes right now?
I'm listening to Miko's beat tape.
6
Come
years
on,
later.
bro. Come on, bro.
Hey man,
I think
I
it's
just
a
discovered
it's a
it.
give and take. It's a give and take.
No, but
You know,
I
you
feel
can't
like
say you made
no,
something.
I feel like the music industry, the way it's set up, it's more of the recording process.
Yeah.
Like most artists, all they're trying to get is like recording time. So if you find someone who's recording you and producing and mastering your music and putting it out, that someone is like, could be your manager at a certain extent. Like tell you, okay, this is how, direct you music wise as well.
Yeah.
And like
But
just tell you how you need to move.
But I
And
kinda agree with you,
Daredevils,
you know?
Daredevils
I do.
were there before
Yeah.
these guys.
Yeah.
They were Daredevils. Daredevils. I don't remember the year. The
Yeah,
first time
bro.
I heard Daredevils, but it was like on
Yeah.
like
They,
Sprite Washington
they were
show.
Daredevils the time when people couldn't say the name and not feel a type of way, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, huh? But the Satan,
What is
Daredevil.
this?
Daredevil
It was a
was-
thing,
when it was taboo, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Before the superhero, maybe even for like Malawians.
Yeah.
I know they probably had comic
Yeah.
books, but yeah.
But I do understand your point of view. I feel like it is actually possible to credit someone's success, an artist's success,
to the
to their
producer.
producers,
Yeah.
and that happens all the time in the game because there's you can't mention Drake without 40.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
feel
you
like there's
can.
a certain. I mean, yes, you can.
All the
Yes,
time.
yes, you can. Yes, you can. But at the end of the day,
Mm.
Drake wouldn't have transitioned into the artist.
end of the Drake.
Yeah, I heard
At the end
that.
of the Drake, at the end of the day, Drake couldn't have become the artist that he is now without 40. So
Sure.
that credit is always necessary. It's
Yeah.
it's the same way you attribute Pac's success to Dre.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Okay.
something like
To a
that.
certain extent.
To a certain extent,
Yeah.
to a certain, he couldn't have transitioned into the artist that he became later on in his career without.
I mean, you can
I
always
think-
change producers, but
Yeah, but
That's
your
what-
sound
you have
changes.
like-
But
you
your
have
sound
like-
that's what I
changes.
was going to
Yes.
ask
it's the
about.
same with
Yeah.
like it's the same with like
But every
Homegrown
producer
and
comes,
Bengo
yeah.
Beats.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, man. There's you can't get any other producer.
All right,
to
let me
create
ask a
Blanca
question
Blues.
though. Let me ask a question. And I know this is your show, but I'm going to ask. a
hammer,
question.
bro. Hammer.
Okay, so what's the difference between a producer and a beat maker?
I think
Because
that's something that as a nation we have to like understand.
Yeah.
Because we have people doing everything. You have
Yeah.
someone making the beat,
yeah,
recording
the
it,
song,
releasing the song,
mixing
Yeah.
the song.
and then
Yeah.
doing the video themselves.
Yeah.
So I think that sort of like takes away a lot of opportunity for other talent.
yeah,
But I don't think I think a beat maker is a beat producer, so he's still a producer.
yeah.
But I think recording and mastering music is a different talent by itself. You don't have to make beats to
Yeah.
master music.
Yeah,
There's some people that just understand
DJ
how
Khaled.
DJ Khaled.
yeah.
Until today, I don't really know what DJ Khaled does, but it's
He
got
produces.
He produces.
That's what he does.
But what is producing?
So you have to produce the music. You know, you get the beat, you get the right artist for it, and then you say this is how
the topic of the
this
song.
Is, yeah, exactly.
Get the director, the
There you
video,
go.
everything.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
those people are very necessary. I
Yeah,
guess.
but we're mentioning a bunch of beat
Yeah.
makers.
But
so-
I would like to know what an executive producer does, because like in this case,
yeah.
in this Daredevil's case, that's my biggest question. What is Phyzix going to do to this project that is going to make it different as an executive producer?
Do you want-
I don't know.
Well,
Honestly, don't know.
I think that they then direct the whole body of work. You know what I mean? So there's a thing where I don't know if it happens in Malawi as much, but when you're trying to put out an album with like 20 songs, you record like 50 songs. So you need the executive producer to like help you select
The ones
what-
that should
what-
be
The
on.
ones
Yeah,
that
what-
make it or not.
yeah, and if they're really, you know, in par with the direction of the album and
Yeah.
things like that. So they're in charge of now packaging everything and making sure that the sound is, what they wanted it to be, basically.
Nice. I'm glad to know that that's what
But
Assad
also-
did for DJ Khaled's last album.
Obviously. So, okay, and here's the thing about that. You can literally put anyone down. It's like if you're writing a book, you can like dedicate it to anyone, whatever. They don't have to do the work. But like LeBron James, he executive produced 2 Chainz album.
No.
And the only thing he did was, I think, he was like, you know what? Let's release this one first, and then let's release a deluxe version.
Yeah.
That's it. He
But
didn't
yeah,
really do
But
much.
it's very important.
Yeah.
The rollout itself.
Yeah.
The
Like
rollout,
if you put out the wrong song first, it might affect how people receive the album.
But
The
I
But
feel-
way
they made it
work.
seem as if he invented that strategy, but it's always been around.
It's always been
Yeah.
around, and I feel like for most American artists, it's like a PR stunt in that at the same
marketing,
time
yeah.
it's like it's a
Yeah.
marketing stunt and it's a money stunt
And that's
as
what
well.
that could possibly be what the Daredevils are doing, right? Where they're putting a big name towards Phyzix
So
is now a record breaking.
Hold on. You're saying Phyzix is a bigger name than the Daredevils
Right now, yeah, and
Yo.
as we speak,
True,
yeah,
on social media.
and
No,
that's
no,
where we're speaking because we barely
but
meet.
that's where we
Yeah.
are at the moment.
Yeah.
We're-
We're
that's
on
where
social
that's where we are all the time.
Where's
On
the social
media.
distancing here, even?
Oh yeah, man.
I mean, I don't know about you guys. but I'm like, come on.
But
Well,
right now it's
anyway,
just social media.
I mean
yeah.
that's crazy. Personally, I think it's crazy if we can. Is it because his album? What are you basing this on?
He's more relevant right now.
Currently,
More relevant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
currently he's
Relevant.
more relevant.
Relevant.
You hear his name more.
Physics.
yeah.
Yes.
People talk about physics more than they talk about Daredevil.
Physics. wait. Physics in class or like physics the rapper? I don't know. I'm confused. But
No,
anyway,
but
we're
yeah,
gonna
man,
drop
like,
that
no, for
over
real
there
though.
because we don't have time.
Yeah.
Like we have
He
to keep it moving.
sold like millions
Hey,
in 2
it's
days.
It's not
He's
about
not-
that.
I saw somebody. I saw somebody.
He's
okay.
okay.
Yo, bro, he's
He's
like-
one of the biggest names in Malawi
Bro,
hip hop right now.
He's the Lil Nas X of Malawi.
Wow. You know what? Somebody tweeted like, "Hey, Phyzix has broken the record for like the most."
Who's holding the
sold,"
record?
and, like-
Before that, who was
Before that,
Yeah.
could be Ethel Kamwindo or someone. I just say.
Possibly, because
Yeah.
people used to buy tapes.
Yeah,
real
man.
though.
And,
Like,
and
it's
we're
not
having
new.
this conversation the other week. We're
Yeah.
talking about how
People
you
have
go to
had the
Andera and
culture.
the
Yeah.
Anglican Voices concert,
Yeah.
and the amount of
Packed.
people that buy CDs
Packed.
on the day. People auction CDs for like 2 million kwacha.
DVD ya Lucius Banda you women. Anyway, moving on to new music.
This broke the social media record. shall we? Whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Twitter.
Social
New
media. I've been social media.
Because the real social media is Facebook.
Facebook, yeah, you know. Patience Namadingo been breaking it.
They're breaking the
And you know, when Lucius Banda just hammers a Facebook post or a comment, it's viral.
viral.
It's gone.
But
Yeah.
I seen him try Twitter though. It's like,
No.
how is a big man like me only have like 15 followers?
For Chico Banda.
Who's Chico Band?
I was gonna ask the same question.
Lucius Bandas. I think that's his middle name. So that's like
Lucius Chico Banda. I don't know where you get some of this information. I don't know if it's verified,
saw the
but
handle.
That's
if his name is Chico Banda, that changes everything.